As the snow melts and green returns to the valley, life slowly starts again. But for Inaya, every flower that blooms and every petal that falls from the almond tree reminds her of Azan and the promise he made to come back. In June, the fighting stops and a ceasefire is announced. Some soldiers come home and families celebrate. But when the official lists are read, Azan's name isn't there, not as a returned prisoner and not among the dead. No one knows what has happened to him. Not knowing anything about Azan becomes too hard for Inaya's parents. Her mother stops talking much and looks weak, while her father walks around the house, worried and unable to stay still. But Inaya keeps searching, visiting camps and asking questions, hoping for a clue. One morning, Inaya's phone rings. It's a journalist named Arav Mehta. He tells her there is a story from Muzaffarabad about a mute Indian soldier who was found by a shepherd family near the Neelam River. Arav tells Inaya that the soldier keeps drawing the letter I in the dirt and softly hums a Kashmiri lullaby, the same one their mother used to sing. Inaya feels a strong hope inside her. She believes the soldier must be Azan. With a special travel permit, Inaya packs a small bag and travels with Arav Mehta to the Wagha border. The journey feels heavy and tense, but she's ready to do anything to find her brother. In Muzaffarabad, they meet an old shepherd named Baba Yunus. He agrees to help and leads them up into the hills to a small cottage where the soldier has been living and healing. Inside the cottage, Inaya sees a soldier sitting quietly. His leg is hurt and wrapped in bandages, and he has a scar on his forehead. He looks different and doesn't seem to recognize her. Inaya slowly walks toward him and takes out Azan's last letter from before the war. She begins to read it out loud, hoping that the words they once shared will help bring his memory back. As Inaya reads, something changes in the soldier's eyes. Tears start to form and his lips shake. He reaches out his hand towards her, as if something inside him finally remembers. Understanding who he is, Inaya drops to her knees and hugs him tightly, crying. The soldier can't speak, but he holds her gently and cries too. She knows in her heart it's Azan. 1 week later, through a medical exchange, Inaya and Azan return home to India. People from the village stand quietly along the road as Azan, now limping and changed, walks through the gate of their home with Inaya by his side. Back at home, life begins to settle. Azan can no longer talk, but he writes poems with his left hand. He often sits under the blooming almond tree and listens as Inaya reads to him. The peace between them is quiet and full of love. Inaya collects her journal entries and publishes them as a book called Ashes and Almond Blossoms. In it, she shares the stories of those who suffered in the war, children, mothers, and waiting sisters like her. At her book launch, Inaya says that hope is not just about waiting, but about working to build something better. The next spring, the almond tree blooms even more brightly, and two chairs sit under it, waiting for stories, for love, and for peace.